Love and light, sweethearts. Welcome back to part 2. If you have not seen part 1, you gotta find it, okay? Yeah, I don't be with all that linking stuff and everything. You just gotta find it, okay? If not, no worries. We go on part 2. Give you my little version of the witches in the Bible using the reference in the Bible, 1 Samuel chapter 28. Again, if you didn't see part 1, for those of you who don't like to read or can't read, no shade, okay, baby, I read it to you, all right? But I'm going to give you my interpretation. I'm actually recording the voiceover a different day, at a different time, different location. I'm actually outside, so you may hear different noises, interactions. Again, my daughter's coming out, but we going to tap in. Anywho, when it comes to my version of this story in the Bible and how other witches, psychics, spiritists, light workers, whatever they want to call us, we can use this as a reference for those who try to comfort us and we ain't send for them, or those who try to despitefully use us, or those who don't trust the word when the word say, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. See, we're prophets. And again, you got to do your own backstory. And if I'm butchering the story, this is my version. Okay, that's why you got to read and do your own shit. But saying that to say, the reason why I love this story and I'm grateful that Spirit has chosen this excerpt in the Bible and this story as the first example that we can use, okay, as a testament to be true to who we are, and there ain't nothing new under the sun. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the king before Saul was Samuel, okay? In my interpretation, Samuel was a king who welcomed everybody. You feel what I'm saying? He believed in God. He believed in love. And love does not separate. It unifies, right? It brings together, right? That's why I say be careful with that religion shit, because you got to remember, read the Bible to study and show thyself approved. Because again, the Bible is nothing but a narrative, okay? That's why they have so many versions of it, but we ain't here for all that. Saying that to say, when it comes to learning and unlearning and remembering who you are, in this part of the Bible, in this story, King Samuel, when he was king before he died, he again was unifying everybody. He believed that, no matter what you believed in law, as long as it was love and light, it wasn't hurting nobody, that you can be here, okay? But then you had this new king. There's always some type of transitions and shifting, in powers, whether it's in life, job, even within ourselves, old and new versions. But the new king, Saul, had came in and, in his egotistical, narcissist way, remember, with great power comes great responsibility. And again, with Samuel, he probably had his little faults too, because ain't nobody perfect. But when it came to Samuel, he understood that, listen, I am a messenger. God has blessed me with something, and I can't discriminate. I can't, no matter what it is, like I said, as long as it's not causing any problems or it's not causing any harm to anyone, we fucking with it, okay? But no, here comes Saul. He comes in however, whatever, for whatever reason. And again, God will take the bad and turn it into good, and take everything to take it and use it as a lesson to bring it back to love and light, to bring it back to showing us who and what it is we are and what we need to be doing. So boom, Saul, he come in power. And because he got the power, again, with great power comes great responsibility, he just do what he want to do. He said, okay, I'm going to change some shit up. It seems in my interpretation that he wanted people who kissed his ass, okay? Now, with you being the king, you having power, they're going to do that anyway. But he wanted more. I feel he was a greedy motherfucker. But again, we all have our moments in that energy. So long story short, Saul basically say everybody who's dealing with spiritual things in regards to psychics who believe in, tapping into the earth, anything outside of tapping through him and his, he wasn't fucking with. So he's like, they gotta go. If they don't leave, we gon', unalive them. If they come back, this, that, and the third. So boom, some shit had popped off the way, I guess the Philistines, and again, y'all don't quote me, read the story for your goddamn self. So some shit had popped off the way the Philistines, or some people was coming to, go to war with them. And as always, when things go bad, we always go to God. So Saul went to God, and God wasn't talking to him because for whatever reason, God had removed himself because, again, he was disobedient. He just got too far into himself, into his ego. And we know that ego represents a lot of shit, but majority of the time is edging God out, right? Boom. So type shit. I just heard somebody say it. That's why I love y'all. Where I'm at. So boom, because I'm grounding at the same time. Shout out to the trees and Papa Boys, all that good stuff. Anywho, and my daddy. So bring it back in. Yeah, so some shit had popped off to where, okay, the war was coming. So he's like, okay, God, what do I need to do? Da-da-da. Now all of a sudden he want to come back to God. God was like, no, I'm not messing with you. You feel what I'm saying? You was doing all this, that, and the third. I'm gone. So he went to the prophets. He went to everybody who was in his land that he had to get the information to try to get some insight. Couldn't nobody tell him shit. So, as always, Spirit, his higher self, Jiminy Cricket to Pinocchio, I don't know who it was, okay, told him to go and find somebody who was about that life, okay? The people who he so-called shunned and said, y'all ain't worthy, I don't want you here, you know, you the devil, work this, that, and the third. So what he do is not only do this motherfucker go find the lady who he shunned, okay? He not only went for the people who looked for people who he talked about and all this extra stuff. The same people he talked about come be the same person, people that he needed. So boom, now see, I would respect this Saul if he would have came straight up. You feel what I'm saying? No, this motherfucker want to be all sneaky and shit. He want to change his clothes. He want to, put in camouflage type shit because he don't want to realize. But he don't want people to realize that, nigga, you done fucked up, okay? You ain't as powerful as you say you are. And listen, we supposed to be trusting you. And baby, you looking scared out here in these streets. What's going on? So boom, long story short, he go find one of the old guards. Now, I don't know if this guard was an old guard from Samuel, or this was just one of the guards who just knew some shit, because one of the guards was like, hey, I know somebody, but listen now, I don't know if you want to go because you said you weren't fucking with him. But he was so desperate to where he went to her anyway, okay? Long story short, he get what he need, proving that no, spiritists are real, okay? That God can use any and everybody. And not only did that lady with her powers know who he was as he tried to hide, but she did what she was supposed to do. She proved who God was, who she was, this, that, and the third. So saying that to say, I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all put y'all comments and y'all give me y'all opinion on or interpretation of this story in regards to, I believe that they don't tell you too much about this because they don't want you to believe in your power. But again, it's not their job for you to believe. It's for you to search, find, and believe type shit. So believe who you are. We'll find more stories to go deeper to realize, like, no, they trying to play in our face. And let's be clear, Jesus was a spiritist too, because anybody who back in the days was doing what Jesus was doing in today's time would be considered a psychic, a witch. So again, don't be the blind leading the blind, okay? Read the story for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this version. I hope you learned something. Let me know if you did, you didn't. Either way, baby, we got to unlearn and relearn so that we can evolve back to where we need to be and bring this world back to the Garden of Eden energy that it was created to be. I love you, okay? Be love, spread love. Can't nobody do it like you. And always remember that 1 teaspoon of your girl, warrior goddess lady K a day, is going to keep that stress away. Love and light, babes.